Hi, my name is Chris Stoddard. I am a Dare Extension Master Gardener volunteer. Today's episode highlights one of the many trees that Master Gardeners recommend for use on the Outer Banks. Now, trees play an important role in the landscape, enhancing the landscape setting, providing shade, channeling breezes, and helping the environment by filtering the pollutants. Those are just a few of the roles they play. In coastal landscapes, a careful selection is extremely important. These trees must tolerate adverse conditions such as salt spray, sand, temperature, and wind. The chaste tree, sometimes called monk's pepper, Vitex agnus castus, is one of the plants that flourishes in all areas of North and South Carolina. It is underused in landscape planting here on the Outer Banks, even though it is easy to grow. It is actually a large, multi-stemmed shrub from the Mediterranean areas, but it can easily be grown as a tree. Nurseries train them as multi-trunk, small trees or shrubs. Now, chaste tree loves the hot weather, and once established, takes care of itself. The chaste tree is a fast grower, putting about 2 to 3 feet of growth a year. It can grow up to 25 feet tall and wide. It has no known pests or diseases in the Carolinas, which is a great thing. Even the deer are not usually attracted to it. The chaste tree is a great replacement for crepe myrtles, which that are closer to the beach. Because of its salt and drought tolerance, it will do well. It thrives in almost any soil as long as it drains well and receives at least 6 hours of full sun. The leaves are gray-green on the upper side and light gray beneath, due to a number of fine hairs. The shape is interesting, as it resembles an open hand or, if you look at it differently, cannabis leaves. The foliage is aromatic, kind of similar to the verbena family plants. The chaste tree is deciduous, meaning it will lose its leaves over the winter. The bark is a grayish brown, and as the tree matures, it presents a gray, blocky appearance, which adds a lot of winter interest to the garden. The chaste tree flowers in midsummer, when most of the spring and early summer blooms of other shrubs and trees are finished. The blooms occur in large clusters that entirely cover the plant, kind of similar to the butterfly bush, but larger and fuller. Colors are purple, violet blue, lilac, pink, and white. Flower, Flowering can be prolonged and increased by the removal of spent flower clusters during the growing season. Pruning is not necessary, but pruning for shape can be done, or even heavy pruning in late winter or early spring. Since the flower cluster blooms on new growth, light pruning will increase flower yield. Now, the flowers are very fragrant and very attractive to butterflies, bees, and other pollinators. After flowering, the chaste tree will produce small, round, pea-sized seed pods that dry and blacken with age. Some songbird species enjoy the seed pods during the winter months. The chaste tree prefers full sun, hot weather, and well-drained soil. Plant it as you would any other tree, giving it plenty of space. There are a number of cultivars available that will do well on the Outer Banks. but the favorite and easiest to get are the blue and violet colors. A true blue blooming tree is rare and a showstopper. Shades of white and pink are available, but these colors tend to bloom early spring rather than midsummer. The chaste tree is a tough, small, ornamental tree with many different uses. It can be easily trained to be a small, multi-stemmed tree, a single-stemmed tree, or planted in the perennial bed and pruned to the ground every spring for a small shrub. You don't need pesticides or watering once it is established. All it does is grow and look beautiful all by itself. It is a plant that survives and thrives on the Outer Banks. If you have any questions on trees for the Outer Banks or further information or gardening questions, call Ask a Master Gardener at 473-4290 or email us at greenlineobx@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.